All right, our logos have been updated on the scoreboard. The scores refreshed. Oh, that's weird. I went to... What the heck?
What are you doing?
Trying to...
Broke.
I don't know. I don't know what broke, man. Nothing yet.
Sounds like a good sign.
Yeah, I can't get into their lobby.
Oh, did it kick you out automatically?
Yeah.
We may need them to get a rehost. Alright. I will tell them we may need to rehost.
Okay. In the meantime, we will bring you quickly to the war room. Talk about picked bans coming from SMC. They have banned Q1. It means Quarantine 1. And Animal House have banned Downfall. So we'll be hopping into
They'll be
Bazaar.
rehosting.
Excellent. First pick will be Bazaar, so stick around. SMC Tactical Animal House will be starting any minute. Buxton, what are your thoughts on this series?
What are my thoughts on this series, eh? You know, I'm thinking of an SMC win here. Maybe it'll go on for a nice, tense final map like we saw with the previous match, but I'm thinking maybe SMC will be a little bit more domineering with their aggressive play.
Will be interesting to see. They have been really on their top of their game lately. SMC, interestingly enough, a team that's been recorded the most and still seems to be putting up very consistent wins against squads.
Yeah, the information gathering from watching casts is a pretty big boon to any teams that might face off against them, though it seems that SMC Tactical just isn't affected by it.
And the lobby's working well here. We will be getting into Bazaar shortly. It'll be nice to see actually a new map. Not getting any repeats here, so we're keeping things fresh for those that have stuck with us from that Blaze Stone Cold Killer's barn burner.
Indeed. Oh, everything is good and we are ready to hop in, just waiting on these teams now.
Yeah, speaking of teams, take a look at their rosters. Animal House will be running Silent Knight, Steven, Green Theft Auto, Box Toys, and Enacker. SMC Tactical will be running Brass to Mouth, Captain Soda, Landon, Jordan, Sickness, and Pone Cake. Brass to Mouth, one of their subs that doesn't tend to get too much time in, especially with the rounds that are right at the start. I think he tends to come in with like the later rounds, maybe once they've secured themselves a series win or something like that. But I've been talking to that SMC squad, and they've said that Brass to Mouth's been doing very well lately. So curious to see what he can come out with on Bazaar.
He's off the bench and straight into the proverbial court of Onward here.
If you just let them know we're both ready.
Yep, and they should already be aware, but I will double check just in case.
Taking a look at our first objective as well, it is Kayat building. Can always be described as Buxton likes to say, that north middle 3-story.
North center 2-story.
Sorry, whatever, man. There's a lot of words. That's all I know. Yeah, there you go.
It gets much worse. North center 2-story, first floor, west side. That's the longest it gets.
And you might be a bit confused here. If you have been sticking with us, you think, man, I thought we just got done with the series. You're right. And we're into the next one. That's how things work around here on the Master League. It's non-stop action delivered to you at all times.
Just watch your right.
Indeed it is.
I'm worried that someone's gonna come out from over here.
They certainly seem the kind of characteristic aggression of the teams here. SMC Tactical with quite an aggressive defense. And Animal House not exactly being slouches either, with Green Theft's kind of semi-aggressive positioning here.
Yeah, I don't think this series will get a lot of long, drawn-out rounds. I expect pretty action-packed from the start out of both of these squads. Although they are sending that rotation around east, Pone Cake has found one out on that north side. Silent going down early.
Unfortunate pick and a little bit of a kind of failed smoke from Green Theft Auto on the center market. That's kind of not what you want here, but hopefully Animal House losing Silent might not be too big of an issue, though he may be their captain.
Yeah, ideally it won't be, although, I mean, yeah, look at SMC Tactical's defense. Sickness super far forward. Pwnecake real far forward on the north. Steven finding one on the east side. That'll open it up for them since there's pretty much nobody else defending on the east. Sickness here should hear Enacker. Is he going to do anything about it is the question.
Being incredibly slow about it. I'm getting flashbacks to Stone Cold.
Yeah, Sickness incredibly patient. Sees the back of Enacker. Super easy pick, and after that rotates off of this west side. Maybe he'll be directing over to that east where the rest of that Animal House push is coming from.
Yeah, they will have to be careful of that eastern side because there is no one really defending the eastern side of the east courtyard here. It looks like they are coming back in, as you said, though. They will have to be very careful of anyone watching over from the northeast, and I imagine they are a little bit scared of that, as it is feasible with 3 minutes 45 left. They have pushed up there, but only just now reaching it, so they should be pretty safe.
I mean, I like to look at the defense from SMC. It has completely changed from what it was at the start. It is nowhere near. They're nowhere near in the similar position. Sickness now in this little courtyard area. Pwnecake has pushed up into mini courtyard. Interesting to see them rotate around depending on how many picks they have and who's alive.
Yeah, SMC Tactical is just nothing but jelly. They're very, very fluid. Jelly, maybe not the best kind of example of fluidity. They're like jelly that's been pulverized a few times.
They're like creamy peanut butter.
Yes, that is a perfect example. And BuxtonWater with Landon there, trading just a few shots. BuxtonWater's hit, has to go to the drugstore, heal up a bit.
Landon trying to play catch.
Don't do too much. I'm guarding over the top.
BuxtonWater doesn't want any
That
of that.
smoke.
Sure, what the...
Very unfortunate smoke there from
Yeah.
Steven, straight onto the roof.
It would have been right on objective if it was just a little bit more forward.
Yeah. Sad times.
A nade coming out on the box. Oh, just a bit too far. A good smoke there on the
It was an
corner.
airburst that could have got him.
Yeah, I think Box is kind of stuck here.
On the proning with the smoke, he may not be stuck indeed, because Landon Jordan has backed off. He's not so interested in watching this angle anymore.
Yeah, a minute 50 left. He's a bit more concerned of the objective immediately. Brass to Mouth getting that pick there. He stayed disciplined in his defensive position and finally caught one out. Landon finds the BuxtonWater finally proning over there, and it's all up to Steven on Animal House in a 1v4.
He's in a very hard place here. He's surrounded by 4 members of the number 2 team in the world.
Botches a frag, almost kills himself.
Oh, if he keeps pushing up this way, Brassmouth's going to see him eventually from the, as I like to call it, the miracle position.
Yep, there it is. Brass with 2 on the board. Definitely proving his worth as SMC's sub. Regular sub, I'd say, but starting here today and doing good. SMC go up 1-0.
Very nice. But again, kind of a similar kind of setup compared to the previous match, rather, Stone Cold Killers versus Blaze, is that these teams are SMC number 3 in the world and Animal House number 11 in the world with a 40 MMR difference. So if Animal House win this, it's going to be a hell of a gain for their MMR, though. Winning is going to be an incredibly Herculean task.
Yes, it is. They were actually looking fairly good there with a pick early from on SMC, but I think the Marsoc rounds will be telling. We'll see how Animal House defends how SMC Tactical attacks. I expect very fast and heavy pushing here. Spawns do matter a lot for the SMC squad, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It can really change for aggressive teams what they do pretty much every round. Because a slow spawn like a North Hotel spawn with a what do you call it? A West dumpster objective on downfall can really screw you over if you try and play it quickly like you would a Marstock spawn and a West or the East dumpster objective. The terminology is getting very confusing.
Yeah.
It's the EU callouts, man. It's all just bogs together.
It's just a bunch of directions that have devolved into...
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We all run on cardinal directions. Even more difficult when your teammate is dyslexic.
I was gonna cross right here. If we cross right here, though, we can.
Stephen being the showpiece of Animal House there.
What was that?
Stephen was being the showpiece of Animal House there.
I was keying into SMC, seeing what their plan was. I mean, they're moving pretty fast. They're taking this mini courtyard quick. Sickness with an early smoke into center bazaar. Kind of a differing defensive layout here from Animal House as well. No one's really pushed up too far. Everyone back on objective. Silent Night may be the only one that'll catch anybody out.
One went wide. They're coming in through northeast.
They're being careful, but they're being aggressive as well, and it pays off as Stephen goes down from sickness. This western courtyard is being mighty dangerous for all teams involved.
Look at this, though. There's some major gaps in Animal House's defense. Members getting picked off left and right. There's only 2 left now. Sickness could find Enacker. He doesn't get his gun up in time. Enacker, I think that would have been the real disaster for Animal House. Sickness, if he had found that kill, could have pushed on to objective. Now, it's a 3v2 as Soda and Landon make their way up. They can get the res onto Landon on that stairwell if they want.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pancake team killed Braston out on the stairs there. Very sad.
He does remedy his...
Foxtrot could kill 2 if he peeked that window.
He remedies the mistake. He does get up. Brass to mouth. Finds 1, 2. Can't get the 3rd. Pancake picking him up, and now it's a 2v1. Enacker, the last member of Animal House, on objective, making sure no caps are coming out.
Yeah, and the caps are exactly what Animal House does not want right now. A cap from SMC Tactical on Bazaar on only the 2nd round is basically just map ending. It will end the map immediately as they will take that vault ground nice and clean.
Ooh.
But he's played this so dangerously trying to run that cap.
Peeks a little bit out there. Gets caught out.
Might say gets Kyle out. Doesn't work so well with North Bazaar 2-story 2nd floor. West side.
Either way, SMC grab themselves a Marsoc win, go up 2-0. So far, Buxton's prediction is right.
Prediction, I forgot it. I suppose that makes the the curse not apply. So far, looking at the scoreboard here, I'm unsure if you guys can see it, but Pancake really been leading the charge along with a little bit of Brass the Mouth. 4-0 for Pancake, 3-1 for Brass the Mouth. A very respectable score on SMC Tactical's side, only losing 3 players individually, 4 players overall. It's only not something to laugh at.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, Brass looking good indeed. We are going to get ourselves Little northeast objective as well. This one can get a little hectic, especially depending on spawns. So we'll see if we get any fast spawns out of Animal House or SMC as we dive into our third round of this first match. And it is a fast spawn for Animal House, so curious to see how they use this, how they work with it. With this spawn, you can work yourself up right into this front side of Bazaar before the other team can get there. There is that fast push, Steven. Advancing quick, but caught out by Soda. A nice early catch. Sickness, I think, is the next one on the list for a kill here. He's peeking through the wood, trying to see if he spots anything. Should hear BuxtonWater to his left. Oh, could have caught Green Theft out as well as he rotated around, but Green with the picks there. BuxtonWater is getting popped by the Landon as soon as he went down. Landon peeked out, and what Sickness did there is he actually, I think, did a radio click in to ID that there was enemies near, so Landon with a good peek. Meanwhile, we have Silent putting rounds through that one little gap in the buildings, and Green Theft danger close. Green Theft needs the rest of his team to move up here. Silent, just not up far enough. And in fact, he's real far away. He's on the other side of these buildings. He'll have to work his way all the way around east if he wants to get anywhere in the action.
Yeah, taking over the east wall here is, I'd say, kind of paramount for attacking the eastern objective, because it gives you so much vision and so much kind of nadibility in towards the objective and defensive positions that it's kind of indispensable to give up to the enemy team. But it's incredibly difficult to take as well.
Ooh, Green Theft finding another. He's been grabbing a couple picks in this little spot here. People just not ready for his early advanced push. The smoke out from Enacker there draws Soda's attention. BuxtonWater still dialed in here. Doesn't find Green Theft. Green Theft on a tear this round. Silent team killing Enacker. That's not what you want to see. Now it's a 2v2. Silent gonna rotate around looking for Pone Cake. Finds Pone Cake. And now it's a 1v1.
With the SA-80, Silent definitely has the bullet advantage, but will he have the drop on the remaining member, Captain Soda? Captain Soda should know where he is.
No, he doesn't have the bullet advantage. He just put in a normal mag. He'd swapped out his other drum mags to his teammates, so he only has a 30-round clip now.
Oh dear, that'll go through. You'll go through that very quickly with the SA-80.
Good smokes, though. Great smokes right onto Soda to completely deny vision. Silent has to work with these, though. I don't think they're going to allow any sort of cap tomfoolery here, as long as Soda stays in that corner.
Absolutely not. One thing I would like to see is maybe pick up a nade off somebody's body. There's no way Silent will expect this.
Oh, he does! He pulls up in time! Grabs Animal House their first win, and a Marsoc one to boot. They're on the board 1-2.
That was a hell of a reaction time there from Silent. Instantly pulled his gun up as Sota came around the corner. I'm not even sure how he realized he was there. Maybe he heard the footsteps or something. Very impressive indeed.
We got ourselves a bit of a series, how Animal House not letting SMC Tactical roll over them. A good denial, a good pick. I mean, that Marsoc win was huge. I think if SMC had grabbed that, I don't know what Animal House would be doing, you know? Off to a 3-0 deficit like that on Bazaar. Exactly what SMC would have wanted. Now we'll see if they can answer back with a Marsoc win of their own. See if they get that fast spawn as well.
I do hope they get the fast spawn, because I do like to see SMC tactical with their rushes. It's always entertaining to see how they kind of try their offense with the situations, because we've seen them cast every single match this season. So it's interesting to see the variety they can come up with, despite being, despite all of their tactics being totally public.
Yeah, for a team with tactical in their name, it does make me wonder if they are, in fact, as tactical as we give them credit for. I think they just kind of rely on their teamwork and the skill of each individual player more than anything.
That is true, but we are getting the quick spawn. The curse has been broken.
You can hear Landon giving Brass to Mouth the rundown. He knows the strategy, making sure that Brass is up to date on it as well as he pushes forward quick through Bazaar here.
I'm expecting at least one aggressive push from Animal House as well. Possibly it will be Green Theft Auto on the objective. Or actually, never mind, it's going to be silent.
Yeah, Landon heard the footsteps there too, so he knows he's in the corner. And he actually called out the exact position Sickness was in. That's right where Sickness was last time. So they know he's right there and right where he is.
Yeah, they tried to get a nade through the window onto Box Toys. It would have landed right on his head, but it was just a little bit too far towards the left, and it just hit the wall instead.
Pwnecake almost getting caught out by Silent Knight. Silent rotating around, finds Brass to Mouth in the two-story. Landon with the refrag there, nicely done through the window, and now we're into a 4v4.
A very quick turn of events, but Box Toys and Green Theft could make life difficult for Landon Jordan in the two-story.
Yeah, they could indeed. He rotates out of that two-story now. He's out back onto that bottom floor. Green Theft picking him out. Pwnecake finding a frag on that backside. Soda now rotating here as well on the east. They're in the right positions to converge onto objective. Pwnecake can come in from that north side. Soda and Sickness if he wraps around from middle Bazaar. Soda with a team kill on Pwnecake. Now that pinch, not an option.
Yeah, they really could have done without that team kill. But the pinch is so important on this objective, it feels. Because if you have people coming from the north, the south, and the east at the same time, it's pretty much dominating the enemy team, as they can't really react, as there are so many angles the enemies can come from, but not so many defensive positions.
No res is available for SMC either, so they're locked into this 2v3 here. Soda might find Steven. Steven not quite keyed into this corner here. Soda spots him and takes him out.
You should hopefully see Box Toys as well. He does at least hear Box Toys as the shots come towards him. But it looks like he's going to do a safety smoke and try and get out there.
Oh, that's a really good smoke right on the box. Sickness is going to rotate up with those smokes. Really nice timing from him. As soon as those deployed, he started pushing up. The frag comes out. No, a flash, actually. And they push up forward towards Soda. Sickness might be able to catch this rotation. All up to Green Theft in the corner. He finds Sickness.
Now it's all up to Sota. He should know where Green Theft Auto is. He did see him. Question is, will he be able to outplay him?
No, he won't. Green Theft peeks out around the other side with some great kills for his squad. Grabs Animal House a win, 2-2.
Nice and clean, and I expect this is going to go again all the way 3-4 on every map, in which case this is going to be a very long night indeed.
Yeah, I don't have the voice for this.
Mine started to go just a little bit as well.
If there's times of silence, at least you're getting good gameplay.
Yes. It's interesting to see kind of what you would call maybe a standard NA team going against what you could call the most aggressive team in the league, period. Feels weird saying that, full stop. There you go, much better. Because Animal House, you don't really see too much hyper aggression like you do out of SMC Tactical and Blaze teams like that. Maybe you could include, let's say, Danglers in that list, but I'm not sure you could. It's a little bit of a blurry line, to say the least.
Especially nowadays when you get up into these top tier teams, you just have guys. Every team is so competitive. They're all so close in skill.
Yeah, it all comes down to that tiny little edge you have in one round that ends up being the huge part you need to actually win the match overall. Something you'd never consider it to be, but it is in fact the case.
It is indeed, as we hop into our 5th round of this first match. A good series so far, nice and close. Animal House hanging in there after going an early 2-0 deficit.
Thanks. I actually need... Yep. You're ready, guys. Let's do this, guys. If you're gonna...
Animal House had some early celebrations, but got herded back into place by Inaka, just to make sure they weren't too slow rolling out.
See what kind of push they go for. Some early smokes are out. Landon's getting into himself into a spot where he may be able to catch out this rotation.
Yeah, Pokek also getting into a very good position. Could take down Silent Knight. This is a really bad matchup for Animal House.
They're really ready for this push. Pwnecake is in a potentially devastating position, as long as he doesn't get caught out. Oh, Landon does find one. He finds Steven back there. Gonna throw a frag as well. No need, but it will confirm that kill if it hadn't been already.
Looks like Pwnecake has fallen back and is now calling out BuxtonWater, standing literally a meter away from him behind the wall.
Landon finds Enacker as well. Pwnecake is now going to be pushing BuxtonWater too. BuxtonWater is getting picked off, and man, this Animal House defense has been getting shut down. Only one left now. The entire east side getting completely destroyed by Landon and Pwnecake.
The positioning was absolutely perfect to deal with the push from Animal House there. They had two people, one going around the southeast wall, the other one just set up in the courtyard. I don't think that could have been more perfect to deal with the area that they were pushing from. I seriously think that it could be better.
Yeah, I think that's going to be maybe a strategy you start to see more teams breaking out, especially with that sort of spawn, because a common technique is for the team to smoke and cross the street there, but if you can manage to work some guys behind them early, you can shut down the cross.
Indeed, and Grand Theft Auto is going to be in a very hard place here. Sickness is going to hear him if he makes any amount of noise, but I think Green Theft might actually have twigged that Sickness is there. It is a very Sickness spot.
Ooh, he almost went down. Didn't land the shots, and Soda with the refrag. SMC go up 3-2.
Very nice so far. Now with this objective, I think it could go either way for the next round. Animal House can definitely take this defense, but if SMC Tactical get the west spawn and they bring out their kind of western super fast cross and just completely envelop the objective 20 seconds after the round starts, it will definitely go to them, and the entirety of Bazaar will be theirs for the taking.
Not exactly what we were necessarily anticipating out of this series. I suppose you did call it to be rather close, but I was more expecting SMC to run away with this one, considering how well they've been doing as of late.
That is true, but Animal House has also been pulling their slack lately. They've been playing very well. I believe they beat Blaze 8-12, which is pretty decent considering the fight that Blaze has put up against the, like say, Boss Fight. What are the other teams? Mob Squad, and I believe also SMC Tactical earlier in the season. They played against them pretty well, and there's only been improvement since then. But something I'm interested in is that SMC Tactical's best map is known to be Suburbia, yeah? And we haven't seen that banned by Animal House. Instead, Quarantine. It's a strange one.
Hard to sometimes dive into the minds of these teams. We are going to get another fast spawn for SMC.
I go into blue room usually when I cross. Short first and then long second. There you go.
Yeah, they're getting this west spawn. They're getting the west cross that they know and love so much. And I think Animal House is going to be in big trouble here.
Are the smokes good enough is the question. Brass with a huge pick early on to Green Theft. The smokes are good. Sickness and Landon are free to cross here.
And Sickness is just going straight in, but he gets taken down by BuxtonWater, who expected it, with a nice forward position there on the first floor.
See what Landon.
It's definitely the kind of pick you want.
Yeah, we'll see if Landon can answer back. He can't. Silent catches him as he pops out of the smoke. A real easy 2 kills for Animal House. SMC Tactical maybe getting a bit overconfident on that push.
Possibly. That is a push they know and love, but something that's changed. They've only sent 3 people across. Normally they send 4, I believe.
Soda's over there.
Something's changed. Maybe they wanted to swap it up.
Oh, you're right. They only had 3. I thought they only had 2 initially, with the 2 getting picked there. But Soda's still alive on that side, so. Oof. Another nice pick coming out from Silent. Pwnecake going down into a 2v4 here for SMC Tactical.
Now the question is BuxtonWater going to be getting any refrags from the center? He's popping off the shots, but they don't appear to be actually doing anything.
I'm more keened in on the Soda on this backside. He's flanked around all the way to the south. Silent with a nice nade on the brass in the middle. Takes him out, and it's all up to Soda, who's managed to infiltrate the back lines. And albeit not very well. Not very well. Steven picking him up. Keeps things tied 3-3. It is going to be a Volk defensive round here for SMC Tactical. And I think it's important to note that this was Animal House's map choice, correct?
I believe it was, yes. Let's just double check on that. Yes, it was.
So it would be unfortunate if they ended up losing on Bazaar here, if SMC Tactical could grab this defensive Volk win. Not what they're looking for.
Yeah, not at all. Losing your map pick is probably the worst precursor of a match you can get, because it kind of shows that despite how confident you may be on a map, or maybe you're just trying to fake them out by picking a map you're not so good at, so it's out of the rotation and they have to think up a different map to pick later on. I have seen that happen a few times, or at least I remember doing it to somebody or someone doing it to me, because deception is a big part of Onward. Deceptive tactics, deceptive map choices and bans. It's all part of one big mind game.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what sort of mind games Animal House plays with SMC Tactical. They're going to have to win a Marsoc round if they want to take the map. Would be a nice little lead on them. I think we were talking earlier, this would be a good MMR gain or a good rank gain rather for Animal House if they can take the win on SMC.
Yeah, Animal House is currently 40 MMR below SMC Tactical. SMC is at number 3 in the world with Animal House at number 11. It's certainly a big gain for them if they can win this match.
They are going to get...
And mirrored spawns.
Yeah. Wonder how they'll push this. They'll do it exactly the same, send guys up aggressive like they did early. It didn't work out for them well as they lost one right away.
That is unfortunate, but look at this aggressive play here. Look at that really nice smoke as well from Green Theft Auto, covering that angle perfectly.
Yeah, and Animal House playing nice and fast here with this spawn.
Question is Sickness going to be able to spot Green Theft Auto as he comes along the east side of Santa Market here, or is it going to be the opposite? Because as Sickness keeps peeking out like that when the smoke dissipates, he's going to get shot eventually.
And it's exactly where he got shot from last round or last time on this objective. So curious to see if he'll be ready for this. He is gonna peek it, and Green Theft's looking.
I think he saw the backpack of Sickness just
did,
around the corner.
He's very cautious about moving forward now.
Green Theft isn't left-handed, is he?
Not sure.
I thought he was right-handed, but he's using the gun left-handed, which would give him an advantage as he would have to expose less of his body.
Knacker's advanced into this little mini courtyard area, and if Sickness just rotates around, he'll have one. Oh my gosh, the two looking through wood. Knacker rotates around, Sickness finally catches one.
That smoke also blocked Green Theft's view of Sickness and vice versa. That will allow Green Theft to push up, but it's also going to let him stay alive, Sickness just on the northern side.
I don't know if Landon is ready for Green Theft in here. His back is turned. Steven finds a nade with Soda. Green Theft goes down. Brass hears those shots. Is he ready for this? Brass pushes out. Can't catch Green. Green's on a tear. He's got two down. Now it's a 2v4. Animal House trying to take the map. Pwnecake down.
Make that clean.
Green Theft with the clutch plays, and Animal House with the comeback take the map 4-3.
A very respectable comeback, to say the least, with that final round. Incredibly clean from Animal House. The aggressive style of play there really working out for them.
No kidding. Unfortunately, they do manage to grab their own map choice out from underneath the hands of SMC Tactical. I wonder if SMC will be looking to play a little bit more aggressive now after that loss.
It's possible. Aggressiveness does pay off like that sometimes.
As for our next map, it is going to be Cargo. A tried and true map for SMC Tactical. They're very strong on it.
Indeed they are. I expect to see a Sickness shield or two. If I don't, I'll feel very disappointed. I really love my shields.
Yeah, you do. You got a shield obsession, some may say. And yet you never use them.
Yeah, a shield obsession because I'm bad with shields. I like to blame Raphael for giving me the shield obsession to begin with. Later on, I'd like to blame Sickness and Verds and also Nauko. Yeah. Who else is good with shields?
I don't know. There's a few other folks out there.
Sri Lankan, I'd like to blame you very first of all. You are the one that installed the love of shields in me back in the days of Soldiers of Bane.
That is back in the day.
A whole 9 months ago. At least we're going in now to the first round of Cargo. This is certainly going to be a quick one, so hopefully SMC will deliver with that shield. No, they are not. I'm highly disappointed.
Well, it's alright. You got a bunch more rounds where it could come true.
That is true. The pretty standard rollout with a pre-fire here. I'm liking the drop to the ground instantly by Steven, and he's snaking up the tunnel.
Knacker catching out, Brass to mouth. A good frag gets Green Theft on objective.
That was the single best frag I've seen in my entire life. NightFiree. That was thrown by Pwnecake, and he takes down a Knacker as well. And a revive onto Green Theft as well. That does leave them up 4-4.
Silent with a frag of his own. Gets denied by the corner. Another long distance nade. A couple of smokes actually coming out. Pone Cake catching out Silent Night. He's got 2 on that side. Animal House are not looking good as it's a 4-3. Scratch that 4-1 advantage here. BuxtonWater is the last member alive. He IDs this. He knows he's the last one alive, and he's going to rotate around towards objective.
Cygnus is trying for a cap along with Pone Cake. Cygnus does, unfortunately, does luckily survive rather, and Landon takes down BuxtonWater as he tries to take down Cygnus.
SMC with their own map pick go up dominantly 1-0 to start things off. That's exactly what they needed.
Yes, it exactly is. I expect them to continue with this reign of terror on the defense here and all of the following subsequent rounds. I think they're going to be playing pretty aggressive on the defense here, because I think Animal House may struggle from that. May struggle with that, rather. Now, something I'm still interested in, though this is only the second map, this is SMC's choice, not Suburbia. It's Cargo instead, and not Suburbia, which is kind of a, it's a shock to me. They're still good at Cargo, though definitely not as good as they are at Suburbia, in my opinion. Maybe they're trying to change their ways a little bit. I know Animal House also does like Suburbia, so it makes sense why they haven't banned it.
Make sure to watch for the time on the frag.
Yeah, looks like we're getting another aggressive push from Animal House. You can see the smokes already ready unpinned, ready to be thrown at the hand, well, at the drop of a hat. And they're going straight in. There goes BuxtonWater, taken up by Brashmouth, and in goes Silent.
Soda spotted him out.
Way in behind.
Catches Brass. Soda can't get him. He catches another. There's only one member left, and it's going to be a cap for Animal House.
What an incredible turn of events. Pone Cake is way away from the objective. His teammate must be screaming at him to get in.
What the heck happened right there? Animal House fortunate enough to find the kills they needed. Silent with some great rotations inside that central area. They got a cap on Cargo against SMC Tactical, and now they're up 2-1.
Certainly an achievement.
Like we might have also had a
Yeah,
connection
cap
issue.
against SMC Tactical on Cargo.
I wonder if we had a connection issue on that last one.
Possibly, but I did see like Silent took down 3 guys. Enaka took down 1, and then we had obviously Pone Cake way in the back. So I don't think anyone dropped until after the fact.
Okay. All kills there and accounted for then.
Yes.
We are just stopping by. You've missed that first series on Bazaar. The first map on Bazaar is a hot one. So to say.
It was indeed.
Now we're on.
Looks like Landon is back in.
Okay, good. I think this is a bit of a surprise for most watching. Animal House here leading 2-1. They're definitely looking a bit like the stronger team, I must say it. I think a lot of kills lucky there on that last round, but I don't know. Maybe it was it was a good push.
Definitely was, and that cap, considering they already won the previous map, this does look so dangerous for SMC Tactical. If they get this defense round there, 2 points up, and it's looking like a win territory for them. And winning against SMC Tactical, that is a huge MMR boost, as we've talked about. 40 MMR difference between the two. A strong team Animal House right now, and hopefully in the future we will see the same of them in other matches.
Voice break.
But we're straight back into it. Looks like they just had a little bit of extra time after the 2 minutes just to, after Lander came back in to bring things back, coordinate each other, get back some of their more 1 minute 30 timer. Thickness doesn't want to be taken out early. That is life advice right there. And there's lots of pre-fire already coming out from Landon and over towards the rest of the enemy team on that Death Alley. There goes Sota, already taken down by Silent Night. That's a very nice early pick for them. Fortunately, it wasn't Sickness, just for the point of irony.
Yeah, he's actually up in a spot that I've seen Hoochie take before. So surprised that these guys are caught out by that. Ooh, Sickness does get the refrag. Now it's all tied out 4v4.
This is quite a conservative, well, a very conservative actually, defense on Animal House's part. You've got Steven way up in the north, and Enoch and Box Toys on the east, northeast warehouses. Definitely not a defense you see too often, especially the Steven in the north. That is very rare.
Yeah, Steven relocating that smoke too.
He threw it straight out of the warehouse. It's now smoking up outside.
Ooh, a potentially good flash out. Doesn't land on the green theft.
Looks like SMC Tactical might be taking this one a little bit slower. They did say, well, at least Sickness did say it was going to take his side a little bit slower. But Sickness appear to have lost track of him. Looks like Sickness unfortunately dropped from the game, it seems.
Yep. So it is a 3v4. Bonecake should be able to see Box Toys peeking out here.
He definitely should, but he'll have to look to his left. I think he did actually see him just there, but Box Toys is away from the wall now.
Oh, I hope Brass and Landon don't end up team killing each other. Bonecake peeking out, doesn't see Box. Green Theft catches Brass in the middle.
Now it's all up to this 3v4 situation. Boncake's in a very hard spot along with Landon. Actually, it's a 2v4 situation rather.
Ooh, Box Toys almost caught him out. Bonecake peeking around, looking for that kill. Not seeing it, not seeing it. Can't quite spot Bucks in the corner. Doesn't see him peeking out again. Box Toys.
He's missing all the opportunities.
Yeah.
Here goes Landon, taken down by Green Theft. Now it is all just up to Bonecake now. He's between a rock and a very hard place, and he does see Box Toys eventually, and he takes him down.
Enacker going to be looking for Bonecake here. Bonecake's buried in pipes, though.
I expect a nade to come his way if Animal House has anything left in reserves.
Nice kill from Bonecake, but a refrag from Enacker. Animal House go up 3-1.
My prediction may be coming true, as Animal House is certainly looking strong this map, and they might take the match on the second map, and that would be a hell of an upset.
Yeah, that would be indeed. I'm sure we get an earful too. SMC getting a lot of coverage this season. Definitely making
Yeah.
things harder for them, I think, since teams can kind of practice and identify certain strategies. A map normally that SMC Tactical can dominate on, they're struggling here against Animal House, and I wonder if that could be one of the causes.
It's definitely a potential. I suppose it depends on how they feel how they feel Animal House is managing to catch them out in these kind of situations. They had because they can only really suss this kind of stuff out with either actually talking to the enemy team, in this case Animal House, or kind of asking the home team, in this case SMC, what they feel is actually causing them issues here. Do they just does Animal House just know where they are? Are they guessing? Are they getting lucky? Are they hearing stuff like we're actually making a bit too much noise? Things like that.
I think that's maybe what might be some advantage to having a couple teams working together, kind of have practices and get that sort of information out of them.
Well, false start there. Looks like we're still missing one member of Animal House, that being the captain, Silent Knight.
Yeah, they might want him.
Like he's back in now. There's a little bit of an audio issue on his end. Now sorted out. There's certainly going to be a kind of a tense moment for Animal House. If they can win this round on Marsok, or even take the next Volk round, they're going to be taking this all the way into a very nice match win against the number 3 team in the world that's been to OC5. That's certainly something to have in your wall here. We may be seeing a new team OC5. OC6 rather.
This is certainly what it's shaping up to be right now.
Cygnus is encouraging his team to the best he can and making sure they're in high spirits to try and take back this map. And with 3 smokes already, 4 smokes already flying, this is a dangerous situation for SMC Tactical already. But they're playing so aggressively.
Oh, Brass to Mouth getting a couple kills there, and just like that, Animal House.
Captain Sota also getting down by Box Toys. He's going to be hunting more for the others. We've got Pomke pushing up super aggressively on that eastern side. This is going to be possibly a very good decision on his part, or he's going to get taken down by Box Toys and dominated. He does down Enacker on the south. Box Toys is going to be hunting for him.
Brass to Mouse looking for Box Toys too, though. Gets caught out, and SMC Tactical. Holy cow. They turned it on
They
there.
certainly kicked into high gear, yeah. Cygnus called out that they need to tie him up, need to cut them off to be perfectly exact, and I think it's safe to say that's exactly what just happened there. They totally cut off Animal House from any kind of good offensive position.
Kind of looking at KDs here. Punkcake definitely doing a lot of work for SMC Tactical. 9-1.
Hot damn. Bonecake is definitely the leader of SMC Tactical kills wise.
Curious how he only has 1 death. I wonder if he maybe dropped at some point or or what. But
I think he's just been staying alive.
you're right. He was alive for
Remember,
the
he got
cap.
capped on.
Yeah, he was alive for
Yeah.
the cap. Sickness really micromanaging and coaching his team.
They might try to get
Can hear their freaking comms through the death. James, please.
Fix it, James. Very in sync there. He's got to fix it now.
Nothing really tactical gleamed there. Just what you'd expect out of Sickness, honestly. Coaching his team, trying to get their mentality right. I'm sure, actually, I heard just at the end of that round some words from Animal House, Silent Night doing basically the exact same thing, trying to get the mentality of Animal House right, saying we only have 2 more rounds here. We just need to win this, and we got it.
we win this, we win the game.
There it is again.
But if you do get fragged, we
It's a very good word of encouragement from the members there. That's kind of what you need. You got to take this back. You can't mess about. You got to get your head back in the game.
This is an interesting objective, though. Not necessarily an easy one to defend. Green Theft
See
pushing
a lot
up.
of smokes on SMC.
Yeah, they're taking their time a little bit. Green Theft's pushed up to Brass to Mouth, and he might be getting a little bit aggressive. Like, he could even potentially get into that middle area and go for a flank.
Good. But that looks like he's going to be the issue there. There goes Silent Night, taken out by Pwnecake. A very good pick onto the captain of Animal House.
Yeah, Pwnecake's been really devastating so far on this cargo map. Got himself 1 there. I'm sure he'll be somewhat looking for Enacker over in this corner. More shots near Brass. The push is starting to come out from SMC. Landon with a great frag onto Box Toys. The objective's open and available for Cap. Steven now pushing in towards objective. Brass to Mouth trading with 1. Steven's the only one on objective. Gets a res. Box Toys up. He's the last one alive. He gets picked up, and SMC Tactical keep it tied 3-3.
This is a hell of a comeback from SMC Tactical right now. Could this potentially go all the way and then take this defense round? If so, that is an upset turned into an upset yet again.
I'll zoom away
It's
from
tears all the way down.
I'll zoom away from the dead people so we don't hear any of the strategic comms, because I'm certain now is when things get real strategical. They're going to be hashing out plans, making sure everybody's buttoned up on where they need to go. This is the series decider. SMC Tactical need to win this if they want to keep the series alive, if they want to take it to that final map. Animal House need this if they want to get themselves a big old MMR boost.
Yeah, absolutely. SMC Tactical, they have nothing to gain and everything to lose from this match. So they really are compelled mentally to just play as well as physically possible.
This objective is not an easy one to cap on either. Granted, I don't think Animal House is looking for a cap at all as they approach this next objective. I'm sure they're just going to be looking for that frag to, or kill to win sort of strategy.
Yeah, very likely. Do not want to risk any. They do not want to risk this match on one potential 5-3 on a map. That would be crushing to say the least. To go for a cap, fail, and thus lose the entire match because of it.
Obviously, a lot more pressure on SMC here. Right, because at least if Animal House lose, they're still in it. If SMC lose, they've lost the series, so we'll see what happens. We're diving into it. It's been a barn burner so far. I mean, heck, we've had nothing but quality Onward for the last 3.5 hours. Back and forth.
Yeah, I think you'd mean more like 4.5 hours, 5 hours.
No, we've only been live
Being
for...
sleepy.
Yeah, you, I suppose, have been... You had a little break, though, between that series and this one.
I got a half an hour break before I was raged back in by Dakin.
And look at this aggressive Animal House push. They're not slowing it up on this deciding map. They're pushing in. Brass finds Steven early. I wonder if Sickness will be ready. Another going down for Animal House. It's not looking good for them. Sickness here on the side finds Box Toys. Another going down in the middle. Animal House with only 1 left. Just Green Theft. SMC looking so good. I think they're going to take it on. We're going to keep the series alive.
This is an upset as Green Theft Auto gets taken down by Pwnecake. It's tears all the way down. A comeback ruined, and a comeback comes in and takes it.
Exactly what SMC needed. Look at Ponecake's KD.
13-1. I think that beats Birds.
I think it does, and I mean, that's pretty nuts to see that we have had such high kills players from both teams. Wow, I mean, Ponecake, that's insane. 13-1?
It's a very serious KD. Could only be better if it was 13-0, because wow, even on ignoring the obvious thing that 0 deaths is better than 1, that takes some serious doing to not get hit more than twice.
My goodness. I don't think I've seen a score line like that yet in a competitive lobby. I think SMC definitely owe Ponecake a couple of beers for that map, huh?
I think so, yeah. It's going to be getting sloshed at OC6.
Either way, it looks like for our final map, it is going to be Suburbia, just like it was for our last series.
Just as I predicted.
I don't know what's going on around here, man.
The curse is broken due to extended casting time.
It only lasts for 2 hours at a time, and then once you start to go past that, it's all just up in the air.
Yeah, it's just anti-curses. It's a blessing, actually.
Oh, wow. Alright, it's all about timing then, huh?
Yeah, you just gotta catch me on the end of a three cast long bender. Man, my notebook here is getting progressively more inane. I've got a drawing of Smoggles at this point now. It's getting out of hand.
Oh boy.
The extended sessions of casting are mentally affecting me.
Apparently 4 kills from Ponecake were after the cap on him. So really, we went 9-1.
Jesus.
That's still very good. 9-1 is still very good.
Yeah, that is certainly true. I'm surprised he still managed to kill 4 people
I know.
after the timer, though. I think that still deserves some praise. But this center-out objective, man, SMC Tactical could do some serious work with this, or it's going to be an immediate round loss.
I don't know. Brass is going to go playground. It doesn't look like they're all going to be stacking up in the center hard and quick, so might be more of a standard east-west approach, looking for some picks with one going up the middle.
Stand-up rollout, not any Stone Cold Killer strategies
Right.
here with staying back for so long. They're going straight in. This is almost a beginner's defense. One in the spawn house, the rest sitting by center house rather.
I think it's smart to have the spawn house. It is obviously risky if you get the proper smokes out there and you lose middle house. You can get capped on pretty easily, but at the same time, you do have nice coverage of your flanks from the east and west. I tried to airburst that spawn building.
Certainly an interesting one.
Maybe it was more geared to that. Actually, probably they were just trying to airburst the front yard. Brass to mouth trying to land some of those 2-story shots. Meanwhile, Sickness getting real close to Silent here. Ponecake finds one in that bottom floor. Uh-oh! Oh, a smoke. Everything's okay. Silent picks up and over. Gets Sickness. I thought it was a frag at first, but it wasn't. The information there for land, and we'll see if he reacts off of it.
I would hope he did. Ponecake got a little bit forward. He tried to push center house. A very nice flash, and he gets taken down by Silent. The really tight angle from the sandbag there.
That's a really good angle. I like that spot he's got. Enacker finding Soda on that west side. Landon totally exposed with the smoke Denying vision. Silent can start wrapping around here.
That's it. Enoch who does the wrapping rounds. He goes for both landing Jordan and also Brass the Mouth. Nice a clean round for Amler House. 4-0. Well, player numbers wise, not the actual score.
They missed that. I missed that round.
Okay. Oh dear. It's late night.
Yeah,
You're excused.
sorry.
And 4 kills on Enaka. Very nice.
I'm just gonna turn off chat so I don't have to feel my shame 6 minutes from now. It's all right. At least it wasn't the deciding round, right?
Yeah.
Onward Radio is
that,
good
that's all
too,
that
man.
matters.
I think that should be a
That's
promotion.
true.
If there's any rate,
We'll do it there the old days of shoutcasting where there was just audio.
I mean, what if we were on like AM radio? Like, if you were in your car, would you listen to Onward?
Probably.
Let's think about it, Bucks. If anyone's out there in the radio business, we got a new burgeoning idea for you here.
Massive startup incoming.
We will
Gonna be worth millions.
we will broadcast esports events over the radio. Dude, there's got to be a market for that.
Probably.
All right, nobody take our idea. It's all ours.
It's patented.
Yeah. Onward Radio, coming at you hot.
Over the airwaves.
Into your cars soon.
It's just explosions constantly.
I mean, honestly, you would still get the information.
You'd have to be very descriptive in how you say things so they can map out a mental image of what's going on.
I really have to paint a picture. Yeah, I hit chat. I don't want to see my shame. Apologizing now, though, in advance. Actually, apologizing late, I guess. 6 minutes late, to be precise. It's okay, though. We're into that second one. I didn't miss this one, at least. Animal House get themselves a Volk win. Now they're on Marsoc pushing up. A great frag from Sickness catches Green Theft over on that east side. West side, rather. Follow-up frag from Landon's a bit too far, and Sickness confirms Green Theft down.
Indeed. This is going to be a important round for Amler House. If they can take this, again, they stand a chance of maybe incurring the wrath of SMC Tactical and ruining a comeback. But it's still possible. For this kind of desperate attempt to claw back the MMR they may lose, though they will lose very little, considering how close or how wide the difference in MMR is.
Enacker tossed the nade there. Wasn't quite far enough to land on his Sickness. It's just interesting to me see. There's not really a focus in this at the center house. You would think that's where you'd want to put all of your guys.
You'd think so, but what was that shot from Sickness? He's got some kind of laser vision. He saw Enaka through the bush at about, let's see, 20 meters? Jesus. That is impressive. And there goes also Captain Sota taken down by Silent Night. That is exactly the kind of pick along with Pone Cake. This is certainly a very nice focus now on the center.
Sickness finding box toys as he peeked out around. Keeping it tight for SMC. It is 3v2. And they have 2 in objective buildings, so it's going to be real hard for these guys to get in there.
Yeah, if they have any nades, now's the time to use them on the center house. I don't believe there is any left. And there goes Silent, taken down by Sickness. Managed to catch him just through the edge of that smoke there. Now he's all up for this solitary single Steven. Again, the last man left. This is a recurring theme. We've mentioned it many times before.
Yeah, we have. He somehow hangs on to life. It'd be tough. Sickness, the Overwatch, 2 in objective. He has the time to work with, but take a look at his vest. I don't think he has any utility.
No, he does not. All he has is his gun, his ammo, and his excitement.
I was wondering what that third one was going to be. Maybe his helmet also would have been appropriate.
Sickness might be able to catch out Steven here, though. He might be looking the wrong way, but the one wrong sound, and Sickness will know. But he's gonna... Oh.
Nope.
Never mind. There goes Sickness.
Back to him. Steven finds a nice, easy kill. It's information. Landon knows he went down. He's actually looking over there now. He might be able to catch the rotation.
It's entirely possible.
What
He does have
happened?
to be very careful of that window.
How did he miss that
Oh, he
rotation?
stopped.
Oh, he just spotted Steven. Sees him there. Misses the shots.
Rotate back to their spawn. He's got 2 minutes left, Brass. Just stay in.
I'm believing in Steven's ability to clutch this right now. It's entirely possible. He has no utility, but he does have a very strong will to take this center house.
You believe in Steven's will.
Yes.
Just a good... I think...
Looking around for any bodies that may have a nade on them, but I'm not seeing anything.
Steven's...
Nothing that he could salvage.
Yeah, he's going to have to sprint up there and get a kill, and it's going to be hard because they're going to have eyes on both fronts. Brass is in that up the stairs, Landon's on the backside of stairs. Steven needs to pick Landon first, and then there's a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless he does some kind of equilibrium dance up the stairs and shoots both of them with different guns in each hand.
He caught Brass! He gets Landon! Animal House go up 2-0!
I can't believe that actually worked.
Wow, what a fantastic job from Steven. He gets the kills just as he needs them. Peaks at the perfect time to get Landon on the reload. Animal House go up 2-0.
What did I say about the blessing after like 3 consecutive casts?
You need to be careful now, dude. Because then if you're playing favorites, people are going to be mad at you for that, too. So with great power comes great responsibility, Buxton. You have to wield this responsibly.
I will abuse the power to its utmost. That's what I heard.
You're throwing things into
Hey,
chaos.
believe in the
Keep
will.
things close.
Anything's
Keep
possible.
things close here. We gotta keep things. What do you gotta say about SMC? Any words for the next upcoming?
If Sickness doesn't bring a shield, I'm done.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. There's so much banking on so little, you know.
Yeah. This one anti-blessing, possibly call a curse.
Anti-blessing. Anti-blessing.
Oh dear. Yeah, VRML podcast. Let's go radio and podcast, NightFiree.
I feel like if we're gonna do
I'm gonna
podcasts, I don't know. Would people need to listen to that? Because if you could download a podcast, why don't you just download the Twitch VOD? Because then you could put.
Live podcasts. Radio, but on the internet.
We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
They're all bowing to Steven currently in their spawn. Very happy with him.
Okay, get in position. Get in position. Come on, Knight. Don't forget. I'm chilling to go to my position because we get shot back.
Steven's the real chaotic guy on their team, the one always yelling abracadabra and celebrating. It's just unreal. He's been performing so well for them too. He's got to be feeling good.
Absolutely true.
Ooh, Landon does find Silent on a rotation. A nice aggressive peek from him.
That better have been. No, that wasn't a trade.
Lots of aggressive
Yeah.
fire coming from Landon on that western side.
frags are rolling out now. A couple of long arching nades. Nothing landing on anyone.
I gotta say, Steven has woken me up considerably.
Yeah, that
Might be a good thing, might not be.
that was a really great comeback from him. The one-man push up the stairs being successful, unbelievable. We'll see if SMC can respond, though. They are looking good with that early pick. Oh. Almost a team kill.
Almost kill Poke there. Yeah. Inaka, he's so trained on the side of this fence here, but Lander, he's got the nade out ready. Oh, she's a smoke. Inaka almost panicked.
I wonder if the movements out of him were enough for Landon to hear.
Possibly not, but there goes Green. They're taken up by Captain Soto on that center, and also there goes Inaka. It must have been enough.
Animal House not looking good right now. The smokes are thick on objective, too.
This could be Cap, you know?
Oof. Does Steven know this? Does Box Toys realize this? Brass is on objective. He's pushing out. He's found Pone Cake. Soda confirms the kill. I don't know. That would have been crazy. I think Brass to mouth. I don't know if he had time there.
It's very unfortunate. I thought he did have time, at least another like 2 or 3 seconds to do it, especially because of the smoke cover. He would have definitely had some time.
A much needed round regardless from SMC Tactical. Now they go into Volk. If they can win this defensive round, we're back into a tie ball game 2-2.
Indeed we are. Now, is this going to be the same kind of situation we saw on Cargo with SMC pulling it back from a 2-point loss? Are they going to go straight to a 4-2 here?
I don't know. I don't know what to expect at this point. This series has been so back and forth.
As I think predictions are out of the window, and all we have left is hope.
Hope? For what?
Hope for Steven. That's
That
my
seems a bit
answer.
biased, don't you think?
The VR Master League does not endorse biased casters, but that's what they've got. My hope is all on Steven's shoulders right now. It'll carry him through.
I have a feeling that your loyalties to your own team may be in fact influencing your caster loyalties.
Maybe. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna remember to get the gameplay this time.
Don't want to miss these potentially final rounds if Animal House somehow gets a cap.
Free fire again, something Animal House have been doing religiously.
A lot of pre-fire, yeah. Nades as well. Everything you think of. Even smokes coming out at the very start of the round to cover the objective. And there goes Box Toys. A very nice pick on that eastern side very quickly from Captain Sota, but a refrag from Inaka.
Yeah, but Pwnecake picks up Enacker on that. With those shots out, Animal House do have a res available, and it should be a 4v4. Look at how aggressive SMC is getting. Landon's pushed up hard.
Yeah, this is their cut them off speech that that Cygnus had. He's cutting them off. They're playing so aggressively. This is their plan to come back from this.
Landon dropped back just at the right time. Silent putting some free fire out, but not landing. And the rotating and fluid defense of SMC gonna have to react to that nade from Steven catching Brass to mouth out.
That was a beautiful nade that actually bounced off the curb, bounced up into the air, and took him
Oh
down
my
with an airburst.
gosh. Sad I missed it. The res is gonna be coming out though, so it's still into a 4v4.
No situation change, but a tense tenseness of the situation is ever growing.
Yes, it is. There is plenty of time for Animal House to work with. They have 4.5 minutes left. Managed to work their way up to that middle median. Now they have to try and either cross, find some picks, or go towards objective.
I have a feeling they're going to be looking for a pick on the far backside gardens there before they do anything. But once they get that, I think we're going to see the smokes and we're going to see a push. And I think it will be very successful.
I'd like to note that I do not approve of Buxton's wielding of his power. Uh-oh. A drop coming out from Animal House. Now it's a 2v4, or sorry, a 3v4. Uh-oh, maybe I'm the one that's still got the power. 2v4, now it's a 2v3? Hard to keep track of all the action.
3v2.
Yes, thank you, a 3v2. More shots out. Nothing landing. I've been circling around too much. Sorry.
Dev's in such a hard place here. Landon and Pancake both know where he is.
That's Steve. It's up to Steven to really kind of get some of these picks and lighten the pressure on him.
I think Steven can actually do some moves on this eastern side. He needs the coordination with his pal, Green Theft Auto, but I think he can go all the way across if he prones. He has the time.
Proned.
Is he proning all the way across, though? That is the question.
I think Brass would still be able to spot him if he did start to prone towards objective.
Possibly. And Landon would likely eventually catch him as well from the porch, if he was looking that way at the time, that is. Greenflash should probably realise that slowly going around this corner and just toying with Pancake and Landon is not going to end well in the long run. He's going to get taken down eventually, much like Steven by Brass the Mouth just then.
2 minutes left for Green Theft.
He needs to get that kill onto Pancake before anything else. Otherwise, he's not going to move at all.
Can't land it. SMC Tactical swing themselves back into the game. Tie it up 2-2.
Will we see the upset yet again? I have a feeling we may.
Goodness gracious.
I have a feeling it will go to a 4-2 now. I'm placing the curse on SMC Tactical.
Okay. See how effective that is.
Be highly effective.
My sympathy's with you, though, 'cause it definitely sucks having that.
I'm willing to place my hope in Steven on it.
An unfortunate disconnect as well for Animal House, but it happened to SMC as well. So, you know. You get one and you lose one. Things happen.
Indeed.
That wouldn't be acceptable in a LAN environment, obviously, but when you're online, you just have these issues sometimes, and rules in place to sort of prevent abuse of what could be seen as issues. It's just a complex system that you have to be aware of, and unfortunately, if someone draws, you have to play it out.
Indeed. It's a sad attempt. It's a sad situation. You can't reset the round because people could very easily abuse that. You can't. Well, you kind of have to just continue and play without continue playing without really without alteration, because otherwise it's a pretty big disruption in gameplay and can seriously just remove all of the situations that happened beforehand.
Yeah.
Any good plays just wiped away in the blink of an eye. And considering there's only there's only 24 rounds in the entire match, can seriously screw you over if you lose 2 of those because of a reset.
Free fire again, not landing.
Is this the SMC tactical bum rush we're seeing?
No, it is not.
Unfortunate. I've always wanted to see that myself.
I mean, they tried it and it didn't work for that first time, and it won't work. I don't know. They just haven't been a oh my gosh, that nade. Sorry, I thought one of those nades was going to land right on top of SMC. Does not indeed, and an interesting defensive layout from Animal House.
Yeah, so this is quite a standard offense so far from SMC Tactical. They've got one guy going way around, pretty aggressive, that being Captain Soto on the east with his LMG. I feel like I see him do this all the time.
Right. He's sort of that edge shooter. He has a really great shot, and they get him into positions where he has sort of like a long-range shot from the side. He just always seems to be able to grab that. And
he is absolutely demonic with that LMG,
yeah,
that is for sure.
no kidding. Now, this is the difference in approaches in teams here. SMC sort of stacking their guys at the objective building. They know they're going to have to come into this room and push up it. They're not really looking for picks anywhere else. They only have Soda, who's around the outside. Sickness is going to be the other one there soon.
Dealing with box horse is going to be an issue for SMC Tactical, but they will have to do it regardless of how much they don't want to. How they decide to do it will be an interesting question. But Inaka and BuxtonWater both taken down. Looks like he got shot peeking around the corner.
Brass them out. The really nice snapshot there catches them out. Silent Knight getting Sickness as he tries to rotate around. A nade coming down bottom floor. A flash, rather, not landing.
This is a dangerous situation as it allows Captain Soto to move all the way across the south and just lay waste to those windows.
I think that is his plan as well. Actually, might not be. He's going to rejoin with his team here. Maybe they're going to try and all send all four up the stairs.
It's certainly a tactic. How well it will play out, I'm not sure.
Landon's looking for a pick there. Anybody out of position? Brass tries to find Green Theft. Landon comes up, catches Green Theft, gets Steven in the corner. It's 2 for him there up top. Trades with Steven up there, and Landon with 3 inside gets the win, and SMC go up 3-2.
Now that was a clean offense for that center house. The masterful plays of both Landon and Brass the mouth right there, playing chicken with the stairs. Then Landon just rushes up, finishes off both of them, and that is a very clean thing. And I may have cursed Animal House here accidentally.
You know, just the irresponsibility on your behalf. We have these tight series, Buxton. Can't be flinging around curses willy-nilly, okay?
Turns out I have unlimited curses, but only one blessing per month.
The rules and stipulations of this, man, you're like some sort of bad genie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I am.
We need the Smoils artwork on it ASAP. Buxton the bad genie.
The bad, evil Buxton genie. It's just full of water. It's actually just a bottle of water. That's the lamp.
SMC is going to be on the defense. It is going to be that middle house objective again. If I remember correctly, I think Animal House won when it was middle house objective, though.
I believe they did, yes.
So very possible they could do it again. It is what they need if they want to take the series. I mean, they have been right there, so close to just getting one up on SMC Tactical. It would be so key for them, but we'll see if they can do it now.
Steven, I'd like you to take every single piece of hope I have inside of my body currently. It's on you now. That's my my bias is out now. It's clear. It's in the open.
You spirit bombed him?
Yes.
Oh boy. I don't know what's gonna happen now.
something catastrophic. Now, this is not something you see of Animal House this match so far. You've got two people sitting back in the northeast, pretty far. Not sure what they're trying to expect here. Flankers, maybe? But with this being pretty much game point, SMC Tactical would no way risk that.
I only saw 4 on my map and I panicked, but it's actually a bug. I'm seeing 4 on both teams on my map. I think we're just missing some people on the mini-map there.
Yeah, you would be correct.
Ooh, a little nade lobbed out right onto Silent.
That can only be the most perfect nade ever thrown in Onward. And at such a short range, and Sickness is going to take down Green Theft as he pushes aggressively up lane 1.
A really nice rotation from Sickness. He expected that res and just catches one by surprise because he had already been over there.
Landing just dropped a nade at his own feet and desperately tried to throw it out the window before it killed him. He only failed twice.
Nade out towards tank. That's not going to catch anyone. Animal House down 1 early is not what they want.
Absolutely not. Never mind, make that down 2 early, as they have also lost Silent Night. This is looking SMC Tactical's way, very much so. And Sickness looks to be on the prowl, on the hunt, in the back line of Animal House.
Yeah, he sort of maneuvered his way to catch out any rotating members that are going to go around back towards his direction. Steven has to be careful if he decides to opt in to rotating there. Ponke catching BuxtonWater on the corner, using that wood structure there, waiting for the shot, catching him completely exposed. Enacker and Steven completely out of ideas. Doing a long rotation. This is looking very good for SMC.
Yeah, it definitely is. I don't think there's any feasible way that Animal House can pull this back now. They still have 1 round after this, though it is a Volk round. Considering that we haven't seen the building objective yet, if this does somehow get amazingly clutched 2v5 by Animal House, I think that they are going to get screwed over on that final round because of a building objective. And that's what I'm just feeling.
Sickness gets up and aggressive, trades with 1 now. Lo and behold, it is Steven.
Now the question is my hope, my hope and dreams enough to carry him through this dire time?
2.5 minutes. This rotation could cost him his life. Landon doesn't catch him out. He's really trying to make the magic happen.
Yeah, this is a very long rotation. You can hear he's kind of dejected about it. He knows that he has to pull off a miracle if he wants to bring this back for his team, but we've seen miracles of Steven today. Can he pull out 1 more?
I think this one's a little more.
I say yes.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's all going to work out fine. He's slowly edging his way here. He's trying to catch probably Captain Soda and Pancake. I believe it was Pancake who popped off a few shots, and he should expect Captain Soda to be in that first floor.
Minute 30. Just checked his clock so he knows he has the time. Looking for Captain Soda in the corner. Will he catch him out, or will Soda trade? The shots do land, but Soda's just nicked. A nade's gonna come out. Steven pushes, he gets Soda.
My hopes and dreams are riding on him, and here he goes up the stairs.
He's in the corner. He catches Brass. Heals himself. Doesn't get Landon, and SMC Tactical take it 4-2.
I'm sorry, Steven, that wasn't enough. It got you 3 kills, but no more.
I thought he was gonna do it there. He had the right moves. He almost took out Landon. If he had done that, he could have got himself the win. But instead, SMC go up 4-2. They take the series 4-2, and they hold on to their third place spot.
A very nice match for SMC Tactical and Animal House, both incredibly close, especially on the second map, Cargo. That was a tense one. And I gotta say, if Steven had pulled that off, I'd expect you should have called me a prophet if he pulled that off. Unfortunately, not the case.
Yeah, it was a near comeback from Steven, just not enough. And yeah, we had.
I should have given him a little bit more hope and dreams.
You should have. You should have believed just a little bit more. But either way, we had two fantastic back-to-back series, and there's more to come. As soon as we hop off here, there's going to be more on possibly both channels, Master League 1 and 2, so don't miss that action. I think that's it from us. Buxton, do you have any final words?
The usual spiel, if you want to learn more about the VR Master League, you can go to vrmasterleague.com/Onward, and it's nice having you guys around. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit that follow button. Please hit that subscribe button. Make sure if you got Twitch Prime to use that up. It's a nice, easy subscription to VR Master League. Eventually we'll have some emotes you can be using and spreading those around as well. And, yeah, we appreciate it. Again, that's it from us. Thanks again. My name is NightFiree, co-caster here at Buxton. We will see you later.
Goodbye.